made it back up to 94K, but once again we got rejected. Are we going to continue to get more downside, or will we finally get this rally that we've been waiting for towards 100K? Let's find out. Welcome back to Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Right now it's about 6:30 p.m. Eastern time and the price of Bitcoin is currently at 92,820. Starting off here with the weekly chart, we see here that on Sunday we closed an indecisive candle, but right now we're getting a green body and we're above the 80 moving average, which is at 90,755. This is important for us to get above this 80 moving average so that now we could go and retest this 50 moving average at 102,274. If we could start closing candles above this 50 moving average, get 2 or 3 weeks, we might get back into the bull market. If we reject from here and continue to close candles under the 50 moving average, to me, we will remain in the bear market. Right now, we do have the chance to continue going up and test this 50 moving average since the stochastics RSI are low. Let's see what ends up happening. If we take a look at the 3-day, this gets me a little bit weary because it looks like we kind of want to curl over, but we could also continue going up depending on what happens this week. What's important here is that we've been able to stay above this 200 moving average. And I've been telling you guys for a while now, as long as we can maintain this 200 moving average on the 3-day, we could stay neutral to bullish for the time being short term. It looks like we want to head towards this 21 moving average since we're still kind of far away from it, and that's currently at 100K. So right now we do have the potential to do that. On the 2-day chart, we're starting to get a little toppy. It's getting a little bit overbought, but we could still continue going up here past this dotted line. Let's see what ends up happening. We were far away from the 21 moving average. We finally caught up to it. Now is the time that we need to get past this 21 moving average. We do have Jerome Powell speaking tomorrow. Depending on what he says is going to move the direction of the market. Is he going to give us the Santa rally we're waiting for, or is he going to give us a Grinch rally and bring us deeper into the bear market? This is what we have to tune in for tomorrow. If tomorrow he is dovish in what he says, it's possible we break above this 21 moving average and go to try to retest this 200 moving average, which is currently at $101,407. Now on the daily chart, the stochastics have been toppy, but look at this, we're rolling back up. It looks like we're going to make one more hump up here. Now we're above the 21 moving average, nice and comfortable. And I've been telling you guys, if we can stay above this 21 moving average, we will be heading possibly towards this 50 moving average. That's currently at 98,448. I have 2 or 3 weeks saying Bitcoin wants to head towards 97, 98K. We keep on getting rejected in the 94Ks, but again, Jerome Powell says something that we like tomorrow. It's possible that tomorrow we might be able to go ahead and test those levels. But now, overall, guys, remember, I still do have this in a bigger bear flag here. So we could get out of the bear flag, touch the 50 moving average, all of a sudden get back in, and still within a week or two, we could end up heading down. This has a measured move to about 70K. So we're not out of the woodworks yet, but we could still get nice pumps here. So let's see what ends up happening with that. But we have to also keep in mind, overall, we're still bearish since we are below the 50 moving average on the weekly time frame. Now, on the other time frames here, the 22-hour, again, we could pop up on the stochastics or we could roll over. We are above the 21 and the 50 moving average. We have to get above this 80 moving average now in 95K. We have not been able to get above 94K. We could break 95K. That gives us the chance to go and hit 96, 97, 98, and possibly even 100. On the 8-hour chart, we're above the 21, the 50, the 80, and we got above the 100 briefly. Right now, we're below it. That's currently at 93,164. If we could get above this 100 moving average comfortably, start closing candles above that, then we could definitely make that move towards this 200 moving average, which is currently at 102K. Now, on the 4-hour chart, we finally were able to get above the 200 moving average. Look how long it's been since we've been above the 200 moving average. It's been sometime in October, basically 2 months ago. Ever since then, we have never been able to do it. We finally did it, but this candle closes in 30 minutes and it looks like it's going to be red. And if it's red, it looks like we're going to have tweezer tops. We are far away from the 21 moving average at 90,666. So usually when Jerome Powell is going to speak, you know, today we had a pump. That gets me kind of weary because tomorrow now we could have a dump. And then if he says something good, like I said, they could pump up. If he says something bad, we could continue going down. Let's see what ends up happening when this candle closes. If we could close above this 200 moving average, then that's another green candle above. Then we're probably going to rally tonight into tomorrow, even if we dump. If we get a tweezer tops, then we're probably going to just go sideways until this 21 moving average could catch up to price range, or we might still go lower, a little bit lower down, probably to like 91K, 92K around there. Now on the 1-hour time frame, the stochastics are on the way down. I'm starting to see a little curve, like we want to come back up. We got 2 crazy flex candles here, which it looked like this was never going to end. It looked like we were going to go to 100K today. Finally, we got a reversal candle, and ever since then I've put this flag here kind of like a falling wedge, and this measured move takes us pretty much to about 96,662. so what I'm waiting for is for this 21 moving average to interact with price. Once this touches price, then we should be able to pump up. If we see that we start breaking the 21 moving average, and especially if we break that 50 moving average, then more than likely we're going to go back and test this 200 moving average, which is currently at 90,676. so for me personally, I'm going to wait before I get into a bigger trade here and wait to see what happens once the 21 moving average catches up with the 1 hour candles here. And like I said, we could stay above the 21 moving average. I might get a trade in right there and wait for the pump. If we break down, then I might have to wait for a better entry. Now we head over to the 15-minute chart. We see that the stochastics are on the way up. We fell below the 21 moving average. We're trying to hold this 50 moving average here as support at 92,369. If we lose that, we need to maintain above this 200 moving average at 91,146 to remain bullish. So right now, guys, like I've been saying, it's up to Jerome Powell tomorrow, and he will dictate whether we get that Santa rally or that Grinch rally. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe, and if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.